Hey, good evening, folks. Canal here. Bulls on Wall Street. Hope you're all having a great Sunday, but it is that time to get back to work. We got Thanksgiving week coming up, so a shortened week, but historically, these have been fun days to trade if you're a day trader or a scalper. The volume is going to be light. People will be out and about. Maybe you won't see that much movement in some of the bigger name stocks, but typically this time of the year and then Christmas time are really my two favorite times of the year to trade, as what you're going to see is a lot of just crappy stocks run for no reason. You'll see the low floaters run, beaten down cult stocks run, anything that's like really heavily shorted. Those type of stocks just tend to kind of get squeezed out of nowhere. So it ends up being a fun week to day trade. The big boys might be gone for some of the week, but still, I think there's going to be some action. So last week, looks like, we confirmed our break of the 200-day moving average. Overall, just bearish action. From what we've seen here, right, there's really nothing that you can see from the charts that would indicate that a big bounce is brewing, besides just being oversold and that us being down so many weeks in a row would lead kind of some credence to some type of a short-term bounce brewing, but we haven't seen any proof of that yet. And, as traders, following price action and price patterns is the first thing that we can do. And, even looking at shorter-term time frames, we don't have any confirmation yet that anything is brewing. But, this type of, historically, this week has been bullish. We could get a relief bounce here. Now, this market has been broken very hard, and it's going to take quite a lot of time and quite a lot of repair to the indices before you can really get aggressively long and say that this type of hoopla is over. So, even if we get a bounce, there's going to be a crap load of resistance here, right at 1375, right at the 200-day moving average, and then even right above, right at 1400. So our upside's a little bit limited right now, but it looks like from Friday's action, it looked like a little bit of a short covering run, but who knows? There were some key components in there that could indicate a bounce brewing. Number one, the Russell was leading the way, so people were piling into risk in small caps. We did see a bounce in Apple, a hammer candle here. It looks like we might touch 550 this week on Apple for a dead cat bounce. There was a little bit of a volume pop, but with OPEX on Friday, sometimes the volume patterns always get skewed. So I'm cautiously optimistic for Monday, but, I'm not putting any credence in anything just yet. Watch list, let's take a look at the watch list. So right now, like I'm saying, the market is guilty till proven innocent. So if we do get a bounce, I'll be looking to unload any type of longs and reevaluate potentially taking shorts, as right now our overall long-term, short-term, and intermediate trends are, flat to downwards. SRPT, put this on the watch list after its earning breakout. We're just flagging here above this 20-day moving average. As long as 25 holds, it looks good. OSTK, pull back to the 20-day. Pop, look for a break over Friday's high. This thing might have some more legs in it. Royal, just kind of chilling here. Had a couple rest days after its big pop to 350. If oil starts running, don't be surprised to see this thing take a run. CHTP, we're getting just a nice little flag here. Watch that kind of that 160 mark. That'll be my tell that this thing can start going again. Terra is we're approaching a long-term breakout here. The stock trades a little bit thin, so watch that volume. It's a tricky stock to kind of get in and out. BLDR, I added this on Friday. We hit a trend line here, so I bought it for an oversold pullback. First target's right back to about the $5 mark. VHC, had a 4 or 5 day pullback here. If I held a half a position, if this thing breaks over kind of 32, I'll load back in this for another run. RGR, huge strong stock. A nice, easy, low volume pullback to support. As long as 48 holds, I think I'm going to play this for a bounce. PRMW, just riding right along support. This one looks like it's flagging for another potential run. FIO's just chilling here, bear flagging.